if you make it, if you don't make it. But the T-Wolves, Towns, first of all, shout out Ben Simmons. Remember he was playing, I think, some game with Towns, and he was like, yo, you got time. Who you got tonight? The Hawks.
Yeah, the Hawks.
Oh, yeah, you got a lot of time. Went out, gave him 50. 50.
Drugs.
50. It was the Hawks, but still, 50. 50.
Yeah, they were playing Fortnite, I think. Well, no, they weren't playing Fortnite. I think they were playing like H1Z1 or one of the game. Carter's a gamer. What do you think about all these NBA players now getting into Fortnite and doing stuff like that?
Man,
do you like esports?
Do I like esports?
Yeah. Just I'm saying, like, do you actually watch them? Like, are they?
Yeah, I think it's fun.
That because the NBA is actually developing a NBA 2K league for esports. So do you like esports? What do you think about the fact that like a player would literally be live streaming on Twitch the night before a game, and they'd be like, "Who you got tomorrow?" He's like, "I got this trash team. Don't worry, you go out and you drop 50."
That's straight disrespect on the low. Like,
bro, it ain't wasn't nothing they could do about it.
Nothing they could do about it. like, look, if you watch the game, they was competing. It wasn't like they was letting them do this. Yeah. They was fouling them hard, knocking them on the floor. It did not matter.
Yeah.
50. Gave them a 50. I think it was like 50 and 15 too. It wasn't just 50. It was like 50 and 15.
That's rough. You gotta do some soul searching after that, man. Like,
but I mean, there ain't it ain't funny for them now.
It's the Hawks. It's like
it's the Hawks.
Still though, but you can't just take no ass whipping like that.
But I mean, just even with that, like you said, I feel like Towns got overshadowed a lot this year. I think he got overshadowed by Embiid with what AD was doing.
That's he's only playing one side of the ball.
Yeah. But look, he has a chance right now to finish the season strong. He's still, I think, doing something. I think he's one of the, forgot the stat. But it was some stat that he's doing something that only like 4 or 5 players in NBA history are doing. It was like Hakeem was on that list, like guys like that. Yeah. So I think we forget still how young and how good Cat is.
Yeah.
But if he could end the season strong with more performances like that, and they get in the playoffs, now Twitter, I've been seeing this on Twitter talking about something they're gonna make it difficult for the Warriors in the first. No, they not. No, they not. If Jimmy come back, that man gotta bust him in this.
No, it don't matter.
What he finna do
this series is over in 5.
4.
5. I don't think they sweep them.
Okay.
I mean, but even the Timberwolves technically right now, it really depends on how the season shakes out. Pretty much the Pelicans, the Jazz, the Timberwolves, the Thunder, all essentially have and the Spurs essentially all have the same record. So they're gonna all continue to swap up and down until it finishes. So it depends, but even looking at that top half of the West, right? If Minnesota has to play the Spurs, they going home. If they had to play the Trailblazers, they going home. The Warriors, they going home. The Rockets, they going home. If Jimmy comes back, then they will probably most definitely beat the Spurs. They not beating the Warriors if Jimmy come back. Still, they will probably beat the Blazers if Jimmy come back. They not beating the Rockets.
I don't think they could beat. Like the man tore his meniscus. You think he gonna come back and just start hooping again immediately?
I mean,
you tore your knee up. You're not finna come back from a torn meniscus and just start hooping like you didn't have the torn meniscus.
Yeah.
That's not gonna happen.
But he's been but Jimmy Butler has been cleared to participate in contact drills. So it's still 2 weeks away from the playoffs. You're not finna come back from a torn meniscus and come out there hooping like you didn't have the torn meniscus. For the first time, this is according to ESPN under their fantasy basketball thing. This is the spin. For the first time since late February, Butler was cleared for contact at Friday's shoot-around, and he donned a brace on his right knee. And it's the first time for him. Tibbs said that he'll take some contact Fridays and then see how he feels. So, hey. But basically, so usually what happens is that you're doing the on-court stuff. You start with non-contact, then you phase into the contact and you build up. You start 1-on-1, 2-on-2, 3-on-3, and then 5-on-5, and after each step you see how it responds. So so far it's been pretty good. That's what Tibbs said. So hey, Jimmy still might be, if Jimmy come back for the first round,
they're not beating nobody regardless.
I think they can beat the Blazers if Jimmy come back in the first round. I think they can beat the Spurs too. They not touching the Warriors or the Rockets, but I'm telling you, this team, Jimmy to me was really showing me something. And he was. And yes, I know it was a torn meniscus, but I don't think that knowing Jimmy will go out there and play if he didn't feel confident in his ability to go out there and play. And I think Jimmy knows after what happened last year in the playoffs, regardless of Rondo going down, he has to show up. So I mean, it kind of is what it is. But